Good day, everyone. This is Franklin, and as promised, I would make a video for you to help you to learn your NX300 hybrid. So over here, this at the top in auto, if it's lined up in the center here, whenever you lock your car, the mirrors will fold in. If I have them outwards, that powers the mirrors to go outwards. This one is to bring them in manually. Notice how it's closer to the image, and then that one's wide out. So that's once that's manually in, you can push it back out or put it in auto again. If you want to adjust your mirrors, you must flick them from right or left. So left mirror, you will adjust it with this toggle circle here. Now, if you want your mirrors to go downwards, your mirrors will move. If I put it into reverse, the mirrors will fold down, see? So that's what this does here. That gives you power to the mirrors. So you just leave it on left or right once you've adjusted the way you like. So it's great when you're parking or parallel parking, you can see the curb better. This button here, when it's up, it allows you to, everybody can control the windows. If you push it down, that locks the windows. Nobody can play with the power windows. These are obvious. Here is your windows for the front and the rear here. So yeah. Down below here is your memory seats. To set that, you just push set 1, like that. Very smooth. Set, then 1, or whoever wants to be 1, 2, or 3. Over here, this is your very top left is your high beam feature. So if this is indented in, now it is, and your high beams are on. To do your high beams, you pull this lever forward. That will turn on your high beams when the car detects it's nighttime. When a car drives toward you, it will shut off the high beams automatically. When they drive past you, the high beams will turn back on. So that's what that does. Okay, next is your BSM. See the green light there? Green means it's on the sensor. So that's your mirror. See the orange there? That means anybody that's driving beside you or close to your diagonal positioning of your car on both sides when you're driving and they come behind you, this helps you to, it's like a blind spot checker. That's what it does. This is your trunk opening up the rear power door. Below here, this is your heated steering wheel. Here, this is great. Now that we get more snow on the island, seems like these last 2 years, this will lock the differential for the all-wheel drive system. What that means is it will put it all-wheel drive 50% in the front and 50% in the rear. So if I push that, there you go. See how it's locked into place right here. I don't want to drive that on normal driving conditions because it's only meant to get you out of mud and snow. At the moment, it's 60% power in the front and 40% power in the rear. Okay, let's move on to the steering wheel here. So I see this line right here. This lines up where the lights should be. I always put it on auto, so you never have to worry. The top one is nighttime lights. See how it lines up there? Daytime lights right here. Auto. So at nighttime, if it gets too dark, you could push this for the fog lights, the bottom area, if there's any fog. So that's what that does. 0 means off. But to conserve on battery, since it's in the dealership, I'll turn the lights off. But you can always leave it in auto, and it will shut off after 30 or 40 seconds when you've locked the vehicle. Okay? Now, the next part. So when you're listening to music, how do you turn the music on? There's a little knob here. You just push it. There we go. Good song. Post Malone. Now, if I don't want, when I'm driving, I don't want to look down here and play with this, right? You concentrate on driving. So on your steering wheel and your thumb, you just push the plus, meaning increase the volume. And down the volume, like that. Mode just changes the AM radio station, FM radio station, your Bluetooth, or whatever, your CD player, whatever music source you want. This one is the presets, what you've saved in the music system. So how do you save the music? Let's say I like that radio station. I push menu. Then this pad I can move around. So if I move to the left on the pad and then push down, I want the music. See that music note? Then to the very right there, I want to save that radio station. That current radio station's 107.3 FM. I want to save it to the number 1. So I hold down on the touchpad as a little bit hard and hold it there as long as I can. There, now it's saved, see? Again, I'll show you. I like that radio station, and it's lined up on number 1. There you go. And you hold it down, see? And it saved it at number 1. So now that's a preset when I want to switch to the next radio station. If so, I 1, 2, 3. Okay? If you have a cell phone, you can pick up your phone call. To turn off your cell phone, you hang up. So if someone calls you, you can push this button, and then you don't have to, because we're not allowed to drive with cell phones while driving. This button is the hands-free button right here. It looks like someone's talking. See? There you go, focused. So when you push that and your phone is connected to the car, you could say, oh, call Yuri or call whoever, and it will call someone, and it uses the speakers in the car to speak with someone, to listen, so that you can hear someone. Okay. Over here are your air vents. So this is to open the air vent. This one shuts it off. And then you can move side to side, which direction of the air, down, up. This is your analog clock. Very classy. Now, how do I turn on the temperature controls? Well, this car, you could just put it in drive like you normally do in drive, but this allows you to just control the things more. That's all. So you can make it easy. You just use it for a little bit and then you'll get used to it. You just push auto. See? Everything's auto here. Everything's auto here. See? Over here. Even auto for the lights. So let's push auto. And it turns on what you previously had it for the temperature. So both is, see how it lines up here? Lines up here. Lines up there and here for the passenger side. So if I like it a little bit cooler, I go down to blue. So I hold this down, like one of the stereo systems. Here, the fan, the picture. Right now it's blowing too hard at my face. And you lower the fan, see? Over here, lined up, you just change the direction of the air. So the face and the foot. If I keep pushing up or down, it changes the mode of it. Defogging, so it lost some moisture on the foot area. I like foot and face. Okay. Off just means turn off the whole air system. Off. Done. Next one is the front defogger. So if your front windshield has a lot of fog, then you just push this button and it will, and turn up the fan a little bit to suck out the air, right? Pretty not rocket science. Next one is the mirror. See that little picture of the air rising? That's a mirror, and that's the rear window. So that melts the snow or gets rid of the fog. This one, if you have a stinky diesel in front of you or something smells outside, you push that and that will recirculate the air. See, it looks like a car image with the air going in a circle. Next one is air conditioning, so you can turn that off or on. And the next one is dual climate control. So if you don't want to, if the passenger seat wants to change the temperature, they can push that and adjust it manually to their temperature that they like. Below, I've already explained that. That's your heated seat and your air seat. So there's 3 levels of how hot and cold it is. So you keep pushing it, level 2, level 1, and then finally off. This one's your hazard lights, so your signals both turn on. Okay? Now in your email you mentioned what are these eco drive modes right here, this drive mode. So if you flick it over to eco, it will show on the screen right there to the right. Another place that you can see is right here, eco. So what does that do? It focuses more by using the battery, the hybrid battery. Then when you finally gas too hard, push the accelerator pedal, it will kick on the engine. So it's more to conserve on fuel. I like to use the normal mode. So you just push it and that eco disappears. See? I push it down and it's gone now. So the engine and the hybrid system will adapt to how you drive. Next, you turn it to the right. On the screen shows sport on the right, as well as on the screen right here in front of you, sport. What does that do? It will stiffen the steering. The steering will be harder, so it's great if you're driving in, really winding roads, and more horsepower out of the engine. So that's what it does. This one's traction control, so it's when it's raining or slippery. I always leave it on, so don't ever touch that. I never touched that. This one here is a hold brake. So let's say you're stuck in traffic and you just push the brake, and then once you come to a complete stop, you push the hold button. Like that. Here, I gotta put on my seatbelt before it lets me use it. So you push the brake with your foot, and then you push the hold. There you go. You can see right here, hold. That means that sensor is working. So when you're driving, it will have an orange hold, meaning it's holding the vehicle for you. And it's great when you're stuck in traffic. As soon as you touch the acceleration pedal, it releases the brake. So it's just a convenience feature, like to relax your ankle. That's all it is. And then to turn it back off, you just push the brake and the hold button again. Like that. It's just beeping because the electronics are on and my foot touched the brake. That's all. Inside here, there's a tab here. So there's a mirror. You can peel that plastic off and you put your glasses or sunglasses or chains inside. Button to open, right here. You can put change or more things on there. You have 2 charging hookups. It's called USB right there, those 2. And your auxiliary cigarette lighter charger. So a lot of things that, let's say you don't have enough USBs, you can plug in a cigarette lighter auxiliary, and on the other end would be a plug. This is your CD player right here. Yep. So on your screen, you just push menu. And there will be a bunch of options here. Yours might look a little different because this is a higher up package. And yeah, very easy to use. So the most important you would probably care about is the setup here for time. And then you scroll up to clock. You can change the time zone, but I've already set it automatically for you for daylight saving time already. On here, this button is the back button. So to go to the previous screen. So when I push that, it goes to the previous screen, just like that. Okay? So I think that's enough information in this video, and I will continue to make more as we go along, okay? One more thing on the steering wheel before I finish, okay? So over here, this is your main menu right here. Goes back to the home screen. So when I push this button right here, looks like a bunch of files. That brings me to this screen. It shows me my efficiency. Now when I push the down arrow here, this one right here, this scrolls down that information. See that how it's highlighted I information. You push down. My range is 153 kilometers. You can see also in the gas tank. Keep going down. This is just, you don't have to worry about all that. That's just a turbo in the car. You can show your kilometers digitally really big like that. Your tire pressure sensor. So just keep pushing down. You can see all the information. If you push to the right here, the right arrow, that goes to the next section. See? Right to the compass. See how it's highlighted up there? Left, right, keep going right. That's your music. You can show up on the odometer. Keep going. That's the lane departure. So if you fall asleep on the wheel, it will steer you back into your lane. So it will show orange, blink, 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 blink if you go in the other lane. Keep going. That's just when you need to change the oil for messages. See that icon? That's like an exclamation mark with a triangle. Over here, these are your safety settings. So I've already set them for you, so you don't need to touch it. But if you want to, you can play with it. See, it looks like a gear for settings. That's what it means. LTA, Lane Trace Assist. So that's the features. If I dig a little deeper, how it will, the safety feature will work. So keeps me in the center of the lane. Steering assist, it will steer for me when I fall asleep. Like if I go in the other lane. How it alerts me. So the steering wheel will beep. You can hear that buzzing. That's the vibration. And then sensitivity. They're standard, meaning normal, and high. So high is like as soon as I touch the line or a little bit over, it will adjust for me. Sway warning, what's that? That's so if you keep going in and out of traffic from dozing off, it will tell you to pull over for a coffee break. Now, how do you turn that lane departure, lane trace assist feature? See, it looks like that car leaving the lane. See right here? So if you push that, sorry, it keeps unfocusing. If I push that below the P, that means that sensors are on. So don't touch that button if you don't need to. I just leave it on. Okay? And yeah, so I think that's enough for now, and I will continue to answer any of your questions as we go. Okay? Thank you very much, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.